Hi, I'm Julie Ray, and I'm the Operations Director for the Baby Haven Child Care Center. So Baby Haven is a full-time childcare and early education center, and we serve children from 2 weeks through 5 years of age. And what makes us special is that the Baby Haven cares for the youngest children impacted by the opioid crisis. It really is worsening due to the global pandemic, and the great news is that the two-generation approach used by the Baby Haven and the Haven really does put families on a path to be safe, sober, and successful. So the COVID-19 global pandemic has turned all of our lives upside down, and the Baby Haven has really had to quickly adapt to ensure that children and families and our staff are safe during the pandemic. And what the pandemic has highlighted for us is that safe, dependable, quality childcare is vitally important for families, and it's vitally important for our nation and our communities as well. What we know is that schools and childcares are primary support systems for families because we're often the first to know if families are experiencing hunger, joblessness, homelessness, mental health struggles, and more. So it's really more important than ever that community resources like the Baby Haven are available to meet families' needs. So Baby Haven meets families and children's needs by providing comprehensive wraparound services. And what wraparound services are, meeting families where they are. So it's helping them to access community resources like food banks, housing assistance. We provide complimentary access to diapers, wipes, and baby formula. We have on-site dental vision screenings and much more. And what we know is that when families have their needs met, they're healthier and they're stronger. And we also know that it's really important for families to be able to access those resources in their community with people that they know and that they trust. So we really establish that trust and relationship with our families by being dependable, reliable, and open and available. So having a caring adult every day who shows up to care for children is really the most important component to having a strong relationship with families. So the pandemic certainly has created a lot of fear and isolation and grief for everyone, and most especially it has done so for families and for children, and it has really impacted their mental health and their ability to cope emotionally. And while there's hope on the horizon with the vaccines, the emotional impacts of the pandemic will be long-lasting for children and for families. And so it's going to be more important than ever that special places like the Baby Haven are open and available to provide quality childcare and comprehensive wraparound services for families. Because we know that when they are able to access that, that their families are healthier, that they are happier, and that children and families do better together. We know that what we do at Baby Haven works. We know because we assess all of our children. We assess them using evidence-based and nationally recognized assessment tools and systems. And during our most recent assessment period, which took place in the winter 2021, we saw that 90% of our children are meeting or exceeding their national standards for growth and development. And what that means is our kids are running and jumping and playing and learning and interacting with each other as they should be. And that's remarkable. It's remarkable because our families faced so many challenges prior to the pandemic, and especially now during the pandemic, those challenges have been exacerbated. So seeing that our families and our children are growing and thriving is direct evidence that what the Baby Haven does really is impactful for children and families and their ongoing health. So what makes the work that we do at the Baby Haven possible truly is our donors and our community partners, just like you. We can't do this work without community support. So your donations, your support, it makes a difference. It makes a difference today. It makes a difference in the here and the now, and it makes a difference in your community. When you donate, when you show up to support, you're really helping us as partners in building a legacy of health and well-being and opportunity for families and young children in our community.